Hi guys, this is Ranjit, and in this video we'll be doing the review for this DJI Action 2 action camera, and this has to be one of the most interesting action camera that I've used. It plays with magnets, and I've been actually using this for the past 1 month. So let's get on with this. What did I like? What did I did not like? And is this a replacement to the GoPro? Because if you know, I've started a new channel where I use these action cameras a lot. So we'll be talking about that. First, let's talk about this one. And again, as you can see, this is the actual camera, and the entire camera is this, guys. It's fully functional. It has the lens, it has the storage, it has the battery. So technically, you just power this on, and this switch is on. I'll just zoom in quite a bit, and now you can use it completely standalone like this. So in that way, I would say they have done an incredible job, considering, I'll just switch it off, how small it is. It has a battery, it has built-in storage. Built-in storage is 32 gigabytes. Out of that, you only get about 22 gigabytes, but also has the battery. So this is fully functional, and you can use it, and it's very slick in your usage. Again, this is a touchscreen. It's an OLED touchscreen that you are getting. So this is fully functional. But as you notice, this is another module, and you get it in this module because this is necessary. This is the battery module you are getting. We also have one more variant that also has a screen at the back. So if I just put this like this, as you can see, we don't have any screen. If you get it to the screen, you'll also have a screen over here, but this is the regular battery module. And now, as you can see, it's green, so it's indirectly, this is the battery storage, and will charge. And you can actually add a extra SD card also in this one, so you can expand the storage. But again, this is an important part of this device, because even to charge this main module, guys, you have to use this pack. So it stays by magnet, and you don't have to worry, and you have to just press this and remove it, and it is pretty durable. The magnets, I even did moto vlogging. If you don't know my channel, watch my other channel. For example, this was one of the videos where I recorded the entire footage via this one, and using this this also connects here, and this I connected to my helmet, so it was on my helmet like this, and I was using it and vlogging it, and I used it for a couple of rides also. So that way, I would say, in terms of the magnet, I was also worried the magnet might disconnect or something. These are pretty durable, and you actually have to press this one to release it. They don't release automatically, so the connection is good on this one. I'll just remove this. But again, technically saying that, this is the only thing that started recording like this. I can just press it, it will stop recording. And in terms of resolution also, you have a lot of resolutions over here. You can go to the settings. These are the default settings. Let's remove here, and here are the advanced settings that you can toggle between voice commands, and you have all the other settings also in this one. So regular stuff that you expect with the action camera, all that is there on this one. And if I go over here regarding the recording modes, it can go up to, what do you say, 4K is what do you say, 120 FPS also. So it is very, very powerful in terms of video recordings. It is very but again, 4K at 120 FPS, guys, just don't go bonkers with it, because it heats up. I was recording most of the time at this 2.7K at 50 FPS, because we are PAL. Otherwise, if NTSC, I would have used this. And in this option, I did not have a issue. Also, because of the limited storage, that if you record that 4K at 60 also, it is limited recording only you'll get. Then you'll have to use this, because this one has the SD card. So in terms of resolutions and all these things, no issues. Also, it has again, if you know, most of the action cameras have this, when you're moving around, the footage should be stable. So we have RockSteady on this one, and I used it with RockSteady, and it was very, very stable. For example, this is a small footage that I recorded. I just was using it like this, and I was just headed like this, and I was just roaming around. So here is a sample with the RockSteady switched on. Very different vibe, I would say. And this I'm recording with the DJI Action 2. In fact, let's see the footage. Nice feel. Vivek, what do you think, yaar? Hyderabad mein, it's different for Hyderabad, right?
Yes,
it's different.
Is actually a private farmhouse.
Okay. Oh, so that's our lunch area, right? Lunch, dinner, whatever. But I like it. It's almost empty, right?
This has very
limited availability. So that's what I like about this one.
So guys, in terms of stability, again, no issues that I have. But one thing to note is that again, I'll talk about this in the later part of the video. Some of you have asked me about heating. It was not an issue to me, but it can be an issue in certain situations, I would say. So this is fully functional, I would say. And also, in fact, if you're just using it like this, this is also waterproof. You can actually dip it in water up to 10 meters and shoot and nothing will happen. Only this module, guys. And this one has a built-in microphone, only one microphone over here. But if you attach this one, again guys, because this has that SD card and the USB port over here, if you attach this, then this is not waterproof. That is something you guys need to know. And realistically, you'll have to use with this one, because the built-in one has limited internal storage. As you can see, I've just wiped it completely right now, internal storage. If I just remove this, it will switch to the internal storage, and we have just 27 odd minutes of recording. So you just get about that 22 gigabytes of internal space out of that 32 gigabytes. They should have also sold a model with 64 gigabytes of storage, I would say. Battery life is not an issue even with this built-in one, because the storage recording time is only about 27 minutes, and even in this 2.7K, if you go to 4K, it will be even lower. So this gives approximately about 35ish to 40 minutes of battery life, just without the battery module. So that's not an issue. So it's going to power off. I have set it to power off automatically after 30 seconds. So you can set all those things. But if you plug this in, as this is the battery pack, guys, then battery life is not an issue at all. This continuously charges this one, and it adds almost more than 2 hours of battery life. So if you have this module, then battery life is not an issue. And again, here you can add SD card also. The storage problem won't be there. Okay, next thing that I like is, again, this is specifically for moto vloggers who like moto vlogging. One thing I like for moto vlogging is that audio should be very good, and you just can't rely on the internal microphone. So you have to add an external microphone. On a GoPro also, for example, I'm doing that moto vlogging on my other channel. If you haven't watched it, watch that. Here is a link for that channel. I'll add the card. You have to add actually an extra module on GoPro. This is known as the media mod, which is a separate accessory. This is for about 8,200. It's just shutting off, guys, automatically for power saving. So you have to buy this separately. And now I can add a microphone to this one. If you don't need the media mod, but again, if you don't need the media mod, then also on a GoPro you cannot directly attach a microphone. You need a separate accessory that dangles down. That's about 4,500. But here the good thing is that you can attach any Type-C microphone to this one, or even a Type-C to 3.5mm headphone jack adapters like we used to get in older phones. Those work. I tried it. For example, I bought this cheap USB microphone from Amazon. I don't recall, it was 750 or 800 rupees, and I just plugged this in, and now the audio gets recorded from this one. So for moto vloggers, the setup is very, very easy and cheap, I would say. With the GoPro, you have to go through hoops. So that is something that I like if you want that simple setup. And I think so because of the form factor, not only moto vlogging or something, this is also good for just vlogging around. Just you hold it like this, or even you don't need the battery module. You can just hold it like this and record. So that way, I would say this is a little bit more versatile. Yes, the GoPro also you can record like this, but this looks a little bit more discreet. Another small thing that you get in the box is this accessory. And if you notice, this is a magnet. I'll just remove this. They play a lot with magnet. In fact, I recorded some of the footage like this, and I'm just going to, oops, my microphone, sorry for that. And okay, let's do it like this to get an idea. You can pull it up, obviously, and now you have this module. As I've told you, we also have this magnet, and now if I have to put it here, I guess. And now this one, I can just put it like this and just roam around and vlog. In fact, we went to a small vacation, and I just put it like this, and I was just roaming around. And so gives a little bit more perspective, I would say. As I've told you, this is not just for motor vlogging. Even if you're a sort of a vlogger, you want to capture stuff like this, so you can just hang it like this and use it. Here is a small clip that I did like that. And by the way, I have this DJI Action too, so it's secretly recording everything. Let's see what they are doing. Let's capture it like that. So let's see. I'm not sure how is the footage while this one while you walk like this. This is like a total jungle kind of environment. As you can see, like almost no one here. Morning, there are quite a bit of people. So I like this place. It's little bit as of now. Let's see. We're gonna have some bonfire in the evening. That'll be interesting. Oh, nice! You guys are having a nice time. You're also playing, Tripti. Nice, nice. So that way, I would say, with they're playing quite a bit with magnets, so you get these accessories, and these are sort of useful. But again, guys, remember the limitations of the storage space and the battery life on this one. If you just want to use this individually. Okay guys, now let's talk about some of the shortcomings that I have noticed with this device. Again guys, they say this is an action camera. Yes, it's an action camera, I don't deny that. But again, notice the lens guys. The glass over this is not replaceable. So if accidentally you break this, then you are in a soup. That's not the case with the GoPro. GoPro also you have this, but this glass this area you can just remove it and replace it. So I feel they should have given that option to this one. Also, the next thing is as I've told you, the thing is that you also have a SD card in this one. So one thing I noticed, and this is very peculiar, there are actually two SD cards now. So one is the internal one. If you're transferring videos to your computer from the internal one, it is very fast to transfer it. But if you're transferring it from this one, that's in the battery module or on the display module, the transfer rates are pathetically slow. I don't know why. I hope they fix it with the firmware. It's really, really slow, and it can get irritating because again, the internal one does not have a lot of storage. So mostly you'll be using this one. But this one is extremely slow in the transferring, and I don't know why. I hope they fix that with the OTA update. And next thing is known as Horizon Steady. This one has Horizon Steady option. So for example, let's say you have just mounted it like this, you'll be moving around. RockSteady is there, the motion, but sometimes the horizon just moves like this and this. So we also have Horizon Steady on this one, and in fact it is 360. So even if a camera moves like this also, when you are taking action shot, it's steady. I like that option. But the problem is that when you enable that option, it actually crops in quite a bit and the picture becomes very soft. So because it was cropping too much and even the picture quality was degrading, I simply did not use it. Again, I hope they fix it with a software update. Now coming to one more thing is that by default, this is a good thing and a bad thing also. The lens is extremely ultra wide. It's 155 degrees wide. So it's very, very wide, I would say. And in fact, it was so wide that this is the standard, as you can see, DVRAP. And I was only using ultra wide is so wide that all the edges get wrapped, and even in the wide, it is a little bit wide. So I was actually using it mostly with the standard DVRAP. So again, in fact, even in the standard DVRAP, it's actually a lot wider than the GoPro that you generally see. So it's actually pretty wide. That's a pro also, all a con. But Horizon Steady, I hope they fix it with the software update because it's cropping so much that the picture was becoming soft. Again, that brings me to next option, and this again can be solved with the software update. In the settings also, if you go advanced setting, everywhere I went, you have options of compression and all those things, but video compression and all those things, but there was no option of adjusting the sharpness of the picture. And I feel by default the picture that comes out of this one is slightly on the softer side. Yes, in the video editing software you can sharpen it very easily, but again on the GoPro in the advanced settings you get an option in terms of sharpness. Default it's high, but you can set it to medium or soft, but here we simply do not have a setting like that. They should have given it. It's a small thing. Yes, I can upload the footage on the computer and sharpen it with the video editing, but again that's a step in my opinion. So I hope they fix that with the software update. Again, it's shutting off because I have asked it to do that. And again, the changing the modes is easy. You get the quick clip, default is the video. You can even take photos. It's actually going to take the in 12 megapixel, I would say. So you have this even slow motion, it'll do. again in this one, and you can preview stuff. So again, in terms of modes and all that functionality, what you find with an action camera, that is there on this one, and you can delete stuff and all this thing. And in fact, you also get the DJI Action app. And that works very well, so you can use it. Even time lapse is there. So in terms of functionality, I don't have a problem, but again, there are some niggling issues that I've mentioned. I would say that they should actually fix it. And another small thing is that, again, as I've told you, this is with the battery module, not the display one. So I can preview the videos over here, not a problem. But again, this entire module, even the battery module, does not have a speaker. So when I'm testing it, some footage, I don't have audio output on this one. So that's a missed opportunity, I would say. So I don't know if it's capturing audio properly or not, unless I download the footage on my smartphone to view it, or I'm checking it on the computer. Next thing is, again, as I've told you, internal storage. They should have given one more module, one more version of this one with higher internal storage, like 64 gigabytes of that would have made it really useful. And another thing is that now coming to heating. Again, guys, while doing moto vlogging, etc., while it was mounted on my helmet like this, I used it continuously for over almost 25 minutes like this, and it did not shut off or whatever. When I touched it, it was warm to touch, but it did not shut off or anything, because I think so when it's made of completely of metal aluminum, and whenever air flows over it, it dissipates the heat. That's how it's dissipating the heat. But as I've told you, I was also using it when we went on the family trip like this. I just wore it like this, and I just put this like this. I'll adjust it. Sorry for the microphone, will make a little bit of noise, but let me adjust it. Oops, it's attached to my microphone. But you get an idea. It was like this. I actually placed this underneath my shirt, and I used it like this, guys. And I was recording it like this, and I was recording small clips, 4 or 5 minutes, but as it was just attached to my shirt like this, and on my hoodie actually, it was actually getting pretty warm to touch. It did not stop recording, but again, you got to be cautious in situations like this. If you're continuously recording, I was recording small clips, 4, 5 minutes, and shutting it off to conserve battery. But again, if you're using in situations like this, where it's like this, just sitting, not moving around, this can heat up, because even when I was around my hoodie like this, when I touched it, it was pretty hot to touch. So again, if you are expecting that you'll record 4K videos in areas where it's not moving very close, there is no air circulation, yes, you might get the heat warning. I did not get it, but I have seen a lot of people on the internet getting that. But for moto vlogging, I did not have a problem, because with moto vlogging and stuff, just moving around, a lot of airflow is there. But if you just put it like this, and maybe you just want to record a long clip, it might heat up, guys. I'll be very frank with you. I didn't personally have an issue, because I was just recording small clips and shutting it off. But even with those small clips, 4 minutes, 5 minutes videos, when I was touched it, it was pretty hot to touch. So what do I feel about this DJI Action 2, and for whom I would recommend this one? I was checking Amazon India, guys. It's available on Amazon India, and now I'm happy that the pricing has decreased a little bit. Let it shut off automatically. Initially, when I got this a month ago, it was for 40,000, this module, but now I checked, it was for 32,000. And I feel this is a good action camera for a hybrid user, I would say. If you are a person who also does, GoPro kind of stuff, moto vlogging and stuff little bit, but also you want to use your action camera for vlogging and all those stuff, then this is an interesting option, I would say. But primarily, let's say you're just a moto vlogger, only do action sports or stuff like that, then still I would say the GoPro is better. But let's say you already have a GoPro, this is a very good second action camera for different situations, as I've told you. And in fact, that's how I've been using it. I'm using my GoPro for most of the moto vlogging and stuff, but for other stuff, this I just carry this small module like this, that's always in my pocket, and whenever I want to capture some cool stuff like that, I use that. So a pretty interesting product, but not without its flaws. Anyways, guys, that was my review for this DJI Action 2. And guys, if you're planning to buy this, use my link. I'll leave that in the description. It does help the channel. Anyways, guys, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. And guys, if you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. And also, if you're not subscribed to my other channel, that is Geekyranjit Rides and Vlogs, check that out. I'll leave the link in the description. Anyways, guys, take care. Catch you later. Bye-bye.